But right now, I'm joined with one of our favorite YouTube creators. I'm sure you watch him all the time, Ali. Great to have you with us,
Thank
Matt.
you very much for having me.
Coming
Thank you.
all the way from Europe for E3. You have to, right?
I have to do it. It's the biggest gaming event of the year. Obviously, so much new games to get hands on with. I'm so excited, and it's great to be here. Really good to be here.
Well, good to have you here, man. And you know, you are always great because your channel, I feel like you're always giving people the scoop on the latest gaming news, especially for Call of Duty. So I want to start with that.
Yes.
So what do you think so far, Call of Duty World War III? I don't know if you were at the event in London when they revealed it.
Yes.
They've shown a little bit of that. We haven't got our hands on, but I think you said you're going to get to play tomorrow.
Yes.
Are you, you love to be honest with them about when you love it, when you don't?
For sure.
What do you think about this year's game so far, what you're hearing?
Well, it's huge. It's brought it back to the boots on the ground, which so many people have wanted for so many years. Once they introduced exo jumping with Advanced Warfare, which is actually Sledgehammer Games that did that. It's funny that then the same developers bring it back to boots on the ground. Exactly. But it's what everyone wants, and it's that World War II setting that everyone wanted to get back into as well. COD's been very futuristic recently. And as you said, I haven't had a chance to play it yet, but I'm hoping that there's going to be the multiplayer reveal later today. We'll see it for the first time. I'm then getting hands-on tomorrow morning, and I cannot wait to feel the game. Like, that's what you need to, like, it's great seeing trailers, it's great seeing things on camera, but to actually play the game is so huge. So tomorrow will be, my opinions will go online, and I'll let everyone know what I think of it, and fingers crossed it's amazing because there's so much hype around it.
Exactly, but you're right. It's like all we've seen is that one cinematic trailer.
Yes,
And that's campaign, and I think it's great that they are making the, multiplayer is such a huge part of the Call of Duty experience. For you guys to get to see it early, because some years, like last year, other years, you're waiting until, August, September sometimes.
Yes, that's the thing. They've gone with a sort of reveal schedule more of Black Ops 3, which was just give us multiplayer really early, because E3 normally is, here's a big campaign reveal, whereas this year it's obviously, we're going to blow the doors open with multiplayer, and they've actually announced divisions. We haven't seen it yet, but 5 basic subclasses almost, with different weapon loadouts, different abilities, and we know limited intel about that, but I think tonight is going to be when they really let us know how it works, and it's going to be a really exciting way to play Call of Duty, so, I'm so excited, so excited.
That's awesome. Well, we can't wait to see your opinions on your channel tomorrow, I'm sure. Other things, what are you excited about at E3 in general, like when you walk around the floor?
Yeah, I mean, there's actually so many games. At heart, I'm a huge Nintendo fanboy, and Super Mario Odyssey is meant to have its grand reveal as well, with more information being shown from Nintendo about that, and that's going to be a huge release on the Switch.
I think that game is going to be so incredible, because I went back a few weeks ago and watched that reveal trailer.
It's quite a big trailer, isn't it?
And there's so much in there, and I feel like in the context of that press conference, that Zelda trailer and that Mario trailer are some of the best Nintendo trailers I've ever seen.
100%.
And when you pull that Mario trailer apart, there's so much going on.
That's
I mean, obviously New Donk City, but it's just like the abilities and the gameplay, and that's like, if obviously Breath of the Wild was incredible, and if they could do something even anywhere close to that with Mario, with this big open world, with adventuring,
it would be huge. And we actually brought our Switches over for the flight. Obviously, flying from the UK, it was about a 12-hour flight, so we set up our Switches and played Zelda for ages. And as strong as the Switch is as a portable console, I think it needs that another title to really add to its roster of games. And Zelda's great, 1-2 Switch is great with friends, but to bring Mario, like a brand new title, is going to be absolutely huge. And as you said, there's so many new ways to get around the map. And there's his hat, which he's like throwing around and using as a boomerang, so it's going to be so interesting to see what they do with that, and I will sink a lot of time into it, because I mean, obviously I'm that Call of Duty guy, but I've got all the Mario games I'm playing, Need for Speed I'm excited for, Destiny 2 I'm excited for, so just trying to get hands on as much as possible.
Let me ask you about consoles. I don't know if you saw the Xbox One X reveal yesterday. Call of Duty obviously had to deal with Xbox for a while and moved to PlayStation. What do you play mostly now? PlayStation?
Yeah, well, I was actually on my flight. The flight just landed as they announced the Xbox One X, which looked really, really cool. I was initially on PlayStation 2, switched over to 360 when all the DLC was on 360, and then I sort of balanced PlayStation and Xbox for a little bit, and then when all the DLC moved over to PlayStation, my go-to console now is a PlayStation 4 Pro. That's what I've got plugged in. So I'm really interested. I don't know if there's a chance for me to get hands-on with the Xbox One X, and maybe.
Here,
I think I will be able to get hands-on with it, and it's more about the extra power, the 4K capabilities as well, and it basically means there's a better console out there for both the PlayStation 4 and the Xbox One now for the fans of either of the consoles. But for me, I'm go-to PlayStation, really. The secret's
and the Pro,
out.
do you have a Pro?
Yes, I do. I actually recently upgraded because of the 1 terabyte hard drive capability. My PlayStation 4 was filled. I couldn't add any more games. So I sent everything, all the files over to the PlayStation 4 Pro. And I do actually have a 4K TV as well, so I can actually see it in 4K. It does look nuts. So yeah, I've got all my consoles stacked on a shelf, and the Switch is in there, Xbox 360, PlayStation 3, Wii U, everything.
I love it, man. You have such an interesting career that you've built for yourself.
It is crazy. It is crazy.
Around all this. I mean, are you having fun?
Yeah, for sure. It is, I think, one thing that I always say is there's a lot more work that goes into YouTube than people ever
running your own
realize.
business, right?
Yeah.
I mean, thinking about what your post schedule is,
yeah,
things up. I mean, it's a hamster on the wheel, sort of.
For sure.
You never can take a break.
And I mean, weekends, we try and make time for weekends, but really it's another work day.
Yes.
But it is the best job in the world. Exactly.
Yeah.
It is the best job in the world, and when you like something as much as I do, waking up every day and thinking of new video ideas and playing games for a job, you can't complain. It is the best job ever, so it's amazing.
And the game developers listen to your feedback sometimes too, right?
Yeah, they do. I just bumped into Eric. You were talking to Eric a second ago, and obviously so excited for COD World War II. So we have those connections with the developers, and although as YouTubers we're just one of many voices, we can often sort of amplify something that the community's saying, and then the developers can listen to us, and it's a good way of feeding back on many different games as well. So really cool. Yeah.
What do you think? Star Wars Battlefront? Did you see that?
Yes.
What do you think of that?
So we've just come from EA Play.
Okay. Awesome.
And it was really cool. So many people queuing up for hours to get hands-on with the games, and I'm looking to get hands-on with Need for Speed Payback, which looks amazing, big Need for Speed fan, and obviously Star Wars Battlefront 2. I played the first one a lot. I think for me, as an FPS player, it was a little bit limited in terms of the unlock progression and what there was to do. And I know that Battlefront 2 now has a campaign added in there as well, single player, so that's huge. But I'm hoping they add to the unlockability, the depth of multiplayer.
I was thinking the first one, you said not much of no campaign.
Yeah,
multiplayer
exactly.
was sort of it looked beautiful.
Yes, it did look amazing.
DICE is always known for incredible looking games.
Definitely,
but,
definitely.
Yeah, it's a good E3. I think there's going to be a lot of awesome stuff to play.
It is so much fun. I wish it was even longer and I had even more time to play all the games, because you sit there for half an hour, you get kicked off, and all you want to do is play for another half an hour. So it's amazing. So cool to be here.
All right. Awesome. Alec, great to see you,
Thank
man.
you so
Have
much
a
for having
great
me.
E3.
Thank you very much.
And of course, we can check out your channel on YouTube every day like so many other folks. All right. Well,